when you're at Nelson Bay, it's dead fog on leg on so it's not a bottom. Where was the place that someone this morning, Saratoga, to the devil care missions.
I was off earlier in the week.
Yes,
And he was off towards the end
yes,
of the
we
week.
both had some lead for a hectic year.
Yeah. I didn't remember I'll be back last weekend, but I was pretty much...
You're in the wars, Mr. Gray.
Been down for 3 days.
It's no good, Mr. Gray. What's going on?
I think it's just called getting old. I tore my calf a couple months ago.
That's an old man.
Yeah. And so got back from that, and then forced a couple of days off. It was actually quite refreshing. Just sort of sit and not do much. Put me on some Valium because I was getting really bad back spasms. So, and yeah, a couple of days at the chiropractor and the physio, and I was alright.
You make them good because they get fine. Yeah. They actually do a pretty good job.
Yeah, they're good.
So if all things go plain straight away, we'll play them for but Adelaide Street and Newcastle City will play here if all things go plain. I better take my hat off and stand up. On ground next week.
Yeah, just need 2 others. So,
that's why I add some twist into it. We punch it any time.
Done their usual thing, given up. 47 behind.
Wait, how about Malachi has to try to get the ball off us? Yeah.
Very warm welcome on a very rare thing for us, Sunday football. It's the social grand final of the HSC AFL. My name is David Redden, Kendall Clausen, Sam Zickman, Michael Gray with us all up here in the commentary area, and looking forward to calling a good afternoon's football between Hunter Masters, who are in the green and red colours. The only other team I've ever seen with green and red are Uranquinny Kapuka, just outside Wagga Wagga, where the army base is, and of course Terrigal Avoca in their traditional St Kilda kit. Just about to get going here. 3 o'clock is the scheduled start. We'll be going very, very shortly. Cannot wait to bring this game. Hunter Masters go along very well in this competition and clear favourites. Let's see how Terrigal Avoca go about it. And number 19 out there, Gus Davey. A couple of times Elliot Davey medalist in this league. A superb footballer in his day. And I do mean superb. And I have, for the first time, had the immense privilege of calling a game of football with the great Morris Goolagong. My time didn't cross with Morris's in this league. He's the greatest goal kicker in the history of football in our region, and it's an absolute honour to be calling Gooley. And of course he's the man that does an enormous amount of designs for our various Indigenous jumpers across the league, and he does a great job, and I do mean great. Almost rock and roll time here at Pastor Field. Kendall Clausen, Sam Zickman with you, David Redden as well. I've got Chief Calling Duties, Lucas Holmes. Good afternoon, my friend. I hope you're well at work today, mate. Missing you, pal. See you next Saturday. Yellow football because we're starting at 3 o'clock. Rock and roll time. It's the grand final. Here we go. And we're away. Darling gets the first tap out. 40 in there is Redden. Good surname, that bloke. Oh, that's dropped. Not paid. 34 comes out of there is Wagnitz. Handball comes out. Darling gets a left foot kick to it. Comes wide. Getting there early is Webber, the coach. 47 is McPherson from Singleton Football Club. The great Donny Spencer will be out there later on today as well. A great man. Can't wait to call him. Emmett gets the ball out. Ball in the centre of the field. Driven down towards centre half forward. Well in front. Lovely grab. Looking for... There's a man on here. Got the set. Well done, Terrigal Avoca. Really, he had the perfect positioning there. And over here with the mark is Justin Mayle. And let me tell you, this bloke comes from down in the Riverina, a little country place called Borrellon. And in his day, he was a superb footballer. Some of you will know the school, especially those of you from down the Riverina. Justin Mayle's a St Paul's Walla Walla graduate. And that is a football academy. Mayle always was a very good kick. He kicked the first goal of the match. Justin Mayle kicks the first goal, playing out of the forward pocket. And I'll tell you some more things about him and his family later on. He's got a very talented brother and talented sisters, and their family's got a property outside Borrellon. So Justin Mayle, the first goal. And just about to be joined by the community football manager of the AFLHCC, Sam Zickman. He's made the trek up here from his Sydney abode. He's grinning like a Cheshire cat because finally, for the first time in a long time, Carlton are a reasonable football side for the first time in a long time. Sam, good afternoon.
Quietly, we're talking finals, David. Talking finals at Carlton. 2020, but we're talking finals.
Very good, mate. That is good to hear.
And great to join you here for a wonderful day. Social footy grand final. The first AFL Hunter Central Coast grand final. Absolutely excited to be here and wrapped to be sitting next to you. David, how are you feeling after a big day at number 1 yesterday?
Yeah, flew solo yesterday. Good day yesterday. Actually, quite well, thank you. Looking forward today very much just to see some players from yesteryear. And as I was just saying before I got here, it's a privilege to call Morris Goolagong, who I've never done. He's probably the most famous footballer in the history of our league, along with Philippa Smythe, Sam. So just a privilege to be here and wouldn't be dead for quids. That ball should go out of bounds, and does.
There is some reasonably fit players running around. Ryan Webber looking an absolute treat running. He'll cover the case today. Not a doubt in the world, the coach of Terrigal Avoca.
Angus Darling's been playing Black Diamond Cup football a couple of times this year for Terrigal, and has done a reasonable job as well. Let me tell you, when I first came to the league, Gus Darling was a star. And, still loves the Gaspers. Gus, great player. Really, really, really good footballer. He's in front here. Worked out of that, I thought, illegally. Punched forward by Marsh. Fleming in there in 0-0, the only 0-0 on the league. And I was slightly obscured as to where that football is now. There's a whistle. That might be downfield, and is. So it's a free kick to Deed in 50. That ball had to come back at the 40 and didn't. Should have been 50. It's not Deed, I beg your pardon. It's Fleming in 0-0. Needs people running out to the right. Guts. 31 is Ray got into the centre there. Shepherd there from Chew. Ball comes wide. Marked by Peak out there in 9 on the just short of half-back flank. Goes to the three-quarter wedge looking for Darling. Gus Darling smartly gets a punch out to that. Ball comes out here to Grentel. Goes forward. Mail's up there. Just fell over at the inopportune time. Ball comes out now to Taylor's there. It's very clever soccer. Lucks of fortune. Hits Red, not lace out. Looks inside to go to Dean. An intercept marked there by Webber. Does look fit, doesn't he, Sam?
Absolutely.
And over there and taking good marks, McCarthy. There is a slight breeze here at Pasterfield. It's a very windy place. It sits right on a plateau. For those of you that haven't been in this part of Newcastle. And goes down, he's in trouble, got to get rid of it, does. Webber, good tackle. Redden gets him in a tackle, but he gets rid of it. Got the Bruce Springsteen headband on as McCarthy gets it for good mark! That's a screamer! And taking that, I think, is Christian Brown. Love his haircut. Got the Chris Judd haircut working.
Lively start from Terrigal Avoca here. Hunter Masters coming into this game undefeated, so it's a tough ask to go through an entire season without being defeated, but that's what Hunter Masters are trying to do today. They had a cracking match round 1 when these teams played, or earlier in the season. Terrigal Avoca started excellent today in the grand final.
Brown got that off to the side, I reckon, and might be out on the full. And both umpires have called it out in the full. Now, he mightn't realise he's got to come back on the mark, all the way back to the back of the square. He's got to come back all the way back to the back of the square, Maley. Doesn't. That's interesting. That's a clear rule. Webber worked out. Ray did very good work on the side there and made that an easy mark for Webber. Ball falls short. Well intercepted there. Redden's got a couple of touches early. Out there from McPherson. Thumps it forward. Intercept marked by Chew there at the centre wing. Goes short. Finds Webber. Sorry, that's not Webber. That's... Oh, yeah, it was right. Webber in 6.
Yep, it looks like he's everywhere.
Almost not 15. Chew. Back into the centre. Just off the cricket block here at Pasterfield. Which Sam Zickman is hard as a cat's head, that cricket block.
Does look solid.
It is indeed. In there is McCarthy. Just gets a left foot out to it. Man in front should take that and does. Double-handed drop. Punched out of there by Grentel. Red best by Spadaro.
I'll come back in.
And Margs. Academy Award there for the fall-over. Was worthy of a Gold Logie nomination. And Michael James has got this on a very difficult angle. They're not hugely deep pockets here at Carter at Pasterfield. I call them moderate. Mail in front takes an easy mark. But the angle's very tight. Now, yeah, he lost it in the sun. You just wonder whether he's going to go check side here, Sam.
This is fundamental football out here. I reckon he goes the drop punt. I reckon he goes with the drop punt. I will be launching into a check side here, but I believe it'll be a drop punt.
Yeah, he and his brother and sisters all went to St Paul's College at Walla Walla, the School of Justin Kaczynski there. Yeah, they're from the farm, the land near Borellan, just east of Griffith. Good football club. 2 Blues they are. That's a behind. Terrigal Avoca 1-1-7. Hunter Masters yet to score. Then they come from the property called Pineview, just outside Borellan, and they all went to school at Walla. And as if I know you know football, that is a football academy, a bit like Assumption College at Silmore, but at Kilmore.
Football factory.
It is indeed.
Like Kalani Vale, out on the Hunter Central Coast, some AFL talent coming out of there as well.
Indeed. Screws that kick around. There's a marking chance here. No, drops it. Brown butters up for more. He's very fit. Gets a handball out. In there is Chew, an 84. Hunter Masters under lock, but that should be pushing it back. Brown in and under. I was saying earlier on, just before we started, the only other team I've ever seen in green and red are the Urine Quinny Kapuka, who used to hang around the river in years ago. They were the Rosellas. They were green and red. Mail taps that forward. Out of there's a handball. It's hospital hand pass from Sproul. Gets a left foot kick out to it. Sitting back here is Ray. Taps it away. Chance for Elzinga. Got to get rid of it, a hospital hand pass, but he gets it out. And away go the Masters. Pagan's paddock in effect. Oh, good grab. Lovely mark there to Dean. Great contested mark. Kicks it forward. Got the sit there, drops it. Got the cartoon arms like Dusty Martin he has. Out there from Grentel. Goes wide. Webber's got a paddock out there in the wing.
He's asked them to present for him. He's asking for run. Gets it.
Eventually gets it from Bruce Springsteen in McCarthy. Goes on to the left. 1-on-2 to Brown. Brown's going to make a contest. That's a very clever mark. Not paid. McPher's obviously ruled as touched. And is that a push in the back? No, it's given a ball up.
Must have been a touch before he held on to it. It looked like a good grab. Interesting start. A lot of footy inside Terrigal Avoca's forward half of the ground, but Hunter Masters, they look like it when they go forward. They've got some strong marking forwards.
Just an update for our viewers down there at, I think that the game's at Docklands. Footscray up by 44, Western Bulldogs up by 44 points over Fremantle. That's a dish licking, and that'll knock Fremantle out of the finals. 44 points of difference there at Docklands. Afternoon games today at the SCG Sydney with playing Geelong, and then the Gold Coast host Essendon at Metricon in the twilight game this evening. Out of there comes Dean. Lovely step actually. Stepped himself out of trouble. Didn't quite flush that. Ball gets just out towards the arc. Goes for the handball inside. Got a chance here. It goes short to Darling. Most unselfish from Chew. If you watch the replay of some of the things Newcastle City did in the women's game yesterday, they did a lot of unselfish crossing the football. Instead of kicking from tight angles, they're well drilled, and it's noticeable in their play. And their goal shooting was excellent yesterday, but a bit like that, very unselfish.
Very unselfish. Hit up the forward. Right goalposters drive this one home.
Doesn't listen to Sam Zickman. Just a mail saying he's marked that inside. The umpire says, no, you didn't. Score. Terrigal Avoca 1-2-8. The Masters yet to score. Good to see the umpires just letting a few little tiggy touch what rules go. Boys know how to play. Over here to Marsh. Got the big skins on his arms there. Fleming's run forward but leaves it for Wagnitz. Goes wide, Wagnitz. One hand up. Out there from Redden to Marsh. That's a great kick. He's kicked that 60.
This could break a line over the top. He thought about it, tapped it over. Perfect play. Does it sit?
Emmett, deep in the pocket, and I reckon that's gone out of bounds in the full, Sam.
That's good footy from Masters, though. They've just chipped it up until halfway, and then they've gone bang with the long kick over the line. Dangerous play. Looked good.
11 minutes into the first quarter of the grand final of the social comp. That ball's going to drop short. You can see the wind going right to left. So Terrigal's done very well against the breeze this quarter. That ball sits on upon its end. Darling comes in, tries to get the football, does eventually. Lets a very clever left-hand handball out. Missed completely. Redden's got a lot of touches early on. Got to get rid of a handball. Does. Hesitates though. Puts the body on the line, does Bennett. Should go the soccer. That's an excellent tactic. And he flushes that ball. It's kicked out 40 metres. 50 metres now. Out of here comes James.
Over the back if you can get it to him.
He was smothered at the last minute. Is he still there?
Over the top. There he is.
Might be Webber. Is it running forward? And it is Webber who's run forward. Well picked, Sam Zickman.
Now he's out of the goal square though.
He is.
So that kick just drifted a little bit. Oh no. Is he inside? No, he's definitely outside.
He's just off to the left edge of the square.
Should make no mistake. Perfect view of the camera here.
Straight over the side screen, Sam.
Could be into one of the houses.
He's missed that, you know. That is an unbelievable miss. A bit like Warners Bay yesterday, kicking 7 goals, 23 in a game of football, which is quite remarkable. And the fact they won is even more remarkable.
It's a lot of scoring shots. Must have been dominant.
Very strong breeze down there at Fane, I'm told. There was no breeze at Newcastle. It was a glorious day for footy yesterday. You'd have been in heaven yesterday, number one. Ray takes the mark, intercept mark just inside the arc. Darling's got to sit there, and if they let Angus Darling go unmarked, he will make them pay. Been playing Black Diamond Cup football. You can see he's not carrying any weight, and Darling can still play footy. Don't worry about that. An Elliot Davey medalist on a couple of occasions for his beloved Terrigal Avoca. Has an illustrious career in Panther colours.
Should have the distance. See how he goes. Not the accuracy. Plenty of distance.
And you wonder later on whether this inaccuracy may cost Terrigal Avoca. Terrigal Avoca 139. Hunter Masters yet to score. 13 and a quarter minutes gone first quarter on Bar TV. Kendall Clausen, Sam Zickman, David Redden with you. Alongside Michael Gray from the AFLHCC as well. Darling. Goes short. Now he's still got a chance to pick that up. Kicks off the ground. Doesn't like to bend very much, just Michael Cosmire. You wonder if he's got a sore back. He's 3 or 4 times he's gone the soccer.
He's gone the Timmy Cahill for the bottom corner and unfortunately put it wide. Mark Viduka style.
But Cahill wouldn't have missed.
No, absolutely not.
Terrigal like at 1-4-10.
You over punching corner flags about now?
He would be. Almost a mark there to Tim Cosmire. One hand handball gets it out, but gets it away. Marshall gets this. Oh, very clever tap down to Dean. Frees up Anderson. Kicks that forward. Ball's got a lot of distance on it. Down Breeze. Really well read though. Up in the air. Sits on its end. Not quite a mark. Almost a Weber. McCarthy goes with the short one. Sitting in there was Story. In there is Hopper in 8. Almost a throw. Great tackle and caught a throw. Umpire in perfect position. And McPherson makes an excellent tackle. Goes short. Darling tried to mark. Should have punched on Marsh. First mistake Gus has made all day. Great tackle, Darling. Superb tackle. Oh, umpire, please. The only thing I can think of is his rule of sling. That was an outstanding tackle by Darling. Oh, good, well done, Dean. Goes wide. Man on his own. Fleming.
Play on and flush it. Here we go. Oh, they're on the board. They're often racing in the first quarter of the Masters. Currently, a wasteful Terrigal Avoca, 1 goal, 4-10. Hunter Masters just hit the scoreboard then. 0 goals, 1 behind, 1 point, a 9-point advantage to Terrigal. And we must say they are kicking against a sizable breeze here out past the field.
Wide goes Borg. Finds his man out there at halfback. Continues down that trajectory. Just short, and I do mean just short, of Tim Cosmire. Gets it out with the handball. Works hard. In there is Wagnitz. Got a couple of touches this quarter. That ball should go out of bounds deep in that pocket. The wind's going that way.
They've just settled down now, Masters, and they're back into the game. They're playing it certainly between the arcs at the moment, between the two, but both with plenty of footy now. Terrigal had the early run. Hunter Masters coming back into it.
Story gets that tap out. Can he square that? He has. Borg in front. Actually spoiled by his old known man there. That's over the shoulder. It must be a free kick. Elzinger got slung there by Georgiou. And Elzinger will go back to kick Hunter Masters' first goal, and they need it. Getting towards the end of the first quarter. Probably a reward for a couple of minutes of good play here. So Elzinger will be kicking from the naked eye from no more than 20 metres out. Takes his time.
Deliberate approach. Elzinger, a big goal here for the Masters. They need it. And he delivers.
And that's a goal to Elzinger in 54. So our score check, Hunter Masters 117 right at the end of the quarter, which is what City and Cardiff did to one another yesterday in the Black Diamond Cup. Terrigal with 1-4-10. And that's a very important goal for Hunter Masters, and they needed to kick it with this slight breeze. Again, for those of you that haven't been to the Passfield Complex, it's on the side of a plateau or side of a hill, and it drops away a lot over the far side of the ground as you're looking at on screen, and it's a bit exposed to the breeze. So when it blows, if it blows at all, it's going to blow here. Story on the ball with Marsh. Marsh gets it out with right-handed. Cosmire's got some touches and it's quite impressive. A big burly man. Burly led. Oh, lovely mark. Good grab there, Sproul. Lovely pair of sticky hands. On his left. Oh, superb spot. Finds Marsh. He's got to get rid of it. Does. Brilliantly chased down by Peake, who puts him off right at the death. Off the ground from Borg. Kicked it. It had a yard further. It had it. Oh, good mark again. And that's Sproul. 2 good marks in 60 seconds from Sproul. On his left goes to the short chipping ball.
Shearer through the middle. Kicks it out wide.
Finds his man. Lovely kick from Shearer. Out here to Spadaro. Comes wide. Really playing well, Hunter. Yeah, good grab. And this kick will be after the siren. It was definitely taken before it. And Hogan Camp, who Sam Zicklin is speculating might be of Afrikaner extraction, will take this kick from deep out. Can't play on. This will be the last action of the quarter. And Hogan Kemp to put Hunter Masters. He's got to kick across this breeze. He has to kick it almost outside the right goalpost. See how he goes about it. You can see that breeze, and it actually falls short. So at the end of the first quarter, Terrigal are up by 3 points. 1-4-10 to Hunter Masters 1-1-7. We'll be back with you shortly from past the field.
Don't tell me. You kidding me? I think you play Terrigal, unless the competition changed.
27 to 3 out of quarter time.
I know yesterday the Gosford didn't play the play. Was there another forfeit in the play as well? Singleton?
No, single play. There was only the one forward.
No, there was another one, which was Gosford.
You got any deep heat, girl?
I had a message calling them a weak punch itself. Yeah, calling them a weak punch itself. That's one play after that participation first. Alani Valentine. No one's if they're going to go far.
What's playing up? I was
It was all boys, eh?
reasonably rifle.
Apparently they had a great night there last. Craig Burt filled in for Dougie Hawkins. Did a good job.
Sam, if you see a chair lying around, when you come, if you see a chair lying around, when you go to it, you rather with Dougie Hawkins?
No, he had an operation. Oh, right. He's not working. He's not very good. I've heard Walters, but I would have preferred hearing Hawkins was an absolute lag when he was playing.
Yeah.
They get off to all sorts of questions.
Oh, in that era.
Yeah. Still hear you over the siren.
I love you too, Dave.
I'm sure you do.
Let's face it, you've all missed me.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Pasterfield Complex at Cameron Park in the western suburbs of the Newcastle district. And for this grand final of this AFLHCC social competition, Hunter Masters 1-1-7, Terrigal 10. It's rock and roll time in the second quarter. Up goes Darling, gets there first in front of Gibson. Coming straight through, great tackle, Darling, must be paid. He can't play on, it's Darling's kick. I wonder if Dean realises who's got the free kick yet. Goes back to Gus Darling in the correct manner on the full. Straight down the spine from Darling. Gets good contact with that one. Gets down the breeze. Cosmire at the back trying to get the sit. Oh, good bump actually. Quite legal. Over there is Weber in 6. Got a chance. Handball goes astray. Sproul's out there. Got a couple of touches at the end of the first quarter that were timely. Kept that ball in, did Hopper. Just grabbing on the ground and goes out of bounds. With 3 points of difference, Terrigal Avoca 1-4-10. Hunter Masters 1-1-7. Cosmire at the back gets a tap to it, but it's Shark brilliantly. In they come. In there is McCarthy in 11 with the headband. And umpire says, no, that's mine, thanks. Held to him. The umpire said no prior. Jumping off 2 feet is Gibson. He'll get destroyed by Darling if he sticks with that. He's got to jump off 1. Oh, straight through. Finish it. Does. Great work. And a goal to Terrigal Avoca. Just getting my numbers right here. I don't actually have a 33 on my sheet, which is interesting. So we might have to go with an unknown goal kicker there for the moment. If I can get that correct at a later stage. So Terrigal Avoca 2-4-16. And Hunter Masters 1-1-7. Superb football running through the centre and kicked a smart goal on the run. 9 points of difference. Terrigal Avoca kicking with what is probably a 1 or 2 goal breeze right to left. Up goes the ball. Darling again. Gets another touch. He's been dominant so far at Gus Darling. He really has. Oh, Terrigal Avoca's got a real sniff at the moment. Needs to get a handball out to Mail. Can't. Kicks it out with his left foot. Cosmire. Oh, picked up by Goolagong. And misses does Gooley. So that's a behind. Terrigal Avoca 2-5-17. Hunter Masters 1-1-7. 1 3/4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Early goal to Terrigal Avoca in this quarter. Puts the pressure on the Masters. Goes wide to Fleming, who's got Peak for company out there on the mark. Tries to step in. Oh, good tackle, Peak. Did get a handball away from him. Comes back for more. Over the head handball. Not overly effective, really. In there's McCarthy, first man at the footy. Peak in 9. Weber in 6. Steps 2. Gets a handball out. It's intercepted. Darling comes now. Got to get a handball away. Does. Got some interesting number changes here. I haven't got them all. I'm sorry, everybody. Chew in 84. Oh, good intercept, Mark. McPherson. Sprouse spread wide for him here. I was talking to Gus Darling about how easy it is to spread here. Big wide ground. Sprouse stays on his feet. The ball goes out of bounds. And Terrigal Avoca going on nicely. Well done there, McCartney. I'll chase up some numbers at half time. I'm missing a 33 for 1 and a 13 is the second one. Darling punches out, keeps it on the ground, and it matriculates the football 10 metres forward for Terrigal Avoca. 10 points the difference, about 4 minutes gone in the second quarter. Colin Goodenough, who's just reached 300 games as a boundary umpire in this league. A wonderful achievement for Cole. Oh, good tackle. Excellent tackle. Made by Grensel, very strong round the hips, and held on to that tackle, and the throw was given against Emmett. Goes square, opens the play up. Cosmire's in front, can't get there, comes back for a second crack. Taps it out now, goes to the handball. They're all going in hard. In comes McCarthy. Ball sprues out now out to the side. Out here from Gibson, goes straight down the spine. Good mark, actually. There should have been a mark to Ray. Goes on his left. Thumps it forward. Goolagong in front! And Morris Goolagong takes a very good mark. Not on the correct side for him. Goolagong's a natural lefty. But if ever there's a bloke who can kick a goal from a tight angle, it's Morris Goolagong. Over 1,000 goals in this league. That's right, over 1,000. What a wonderful career from a great man. Goolagong deep in the pocket. Misses to the left badly. Terrigal Avoca 2 goals, 6-18. Hunter Masters 1-1-7. We're joined again by Sam Zickman. Hello, Sam.
Yep, just retrieving some footies. over in the shrubbery. Glad to be back. Survived.
Yes. Looking for his options. Comes wide. McCarthy's underneath this. Oh, push out. Sproul's got to be a free kick. Gets it. He's actually wounded there. You wonder if he's got a slight head knock.
Yeah, he's cannon forward into the man in front. He'd be a little bit sore. The ball really is stuck down this Terrigal local forward line at the moment. The breeze is pretty consistent, as it's been the first quarter, but see how the Masters go here. Good transition play.
Indeed, he's got a lovely pair of hands. That should be 50 metres. A player went straight over the mark. Coming from the back was Brown. McCartney's got to do very well to get a stop. But that's a one-hand handball. Missed by the umpire. Brown, that should be over the shoulder against Gibson. And got to be a free kick to Brown. Given back correctly. And indeed, Deed's actually correctly on the mark. He's taken the correct space. Looked as though he's in front of it, but he's not. Brown gets a decent bit of it, goes long. Oh, good mark. Really good pair of hands there from Bennett. Mail loops around, sells a bit of candy, Eddie Betts style. Goes straight down the spine. Goolagong's behind this time. Oh, good mark. Really good, clever mark there in last line of defence from Wells. Oh, that's unbelievable kick. Cosmo's just going to pick it up. Goolagong will kick it. Terrigal Avoca having a very good first half. Goal to the great man, Morris Goolagong. Terrigal Avoca, 3-6-24. Hunter Masters, 1-1-7. And over to Sam Zickman.
Starting to get some separation. Good to see the great man get on the board with that. It's costly when you turn the ball over right in front of goals, as Hunter Masters did. Look, they've been trying to transition, trying the short pass game. Didn't come off on that occasion, but you've got to play your own brand of footy, don't you, David?
You most certainly do.
They'll need to fight back, though. Next goal, very important for Hunter Masters. Adam Shearer has jumped himself into the middle there. Big number 9. He'll be trying to marshal the troops, try and get some...
Jump off 2 feet. He's been jumping off 2 feet. If he does that for the rest of the time, Garling will cut him to pieces. Douglas misjudges that one quite badly. Hogan Camp can't get it out. Just gets handball out. Douglas in there. Coming hard. Hogan Camp again. Disposed of by Brown. Tackle on the great man, Donnie Spencer. That might be a high tackle. Is that leg injury rather than over the shoulder? I'm just wondering if he's got a leg injury. He's not well, Dean. Oh, Douglas has got to run away. No, he's chasing a man legally. Fleming, lovely step. Should finish. No, he's pulled that to the left. That's an unreasonable attempt at a goal, a mark.
I agree with you, David. I think it could have been a free kick to Hunter Masters there.
Absolutely.
Not seen by the umpire.
1-2-8 Hunter. Terrigal Avoca 3-6-24. And Panthers kicking with a reasonable breeze on a glorious afternoon in Newcastle. It's such a lovely day. 2 beautiful days of footy. The rain's coming this week, which everybody needs. This ground particularly needs it. Over there is Barkley. Off the ground. Darling. Close to BOG at the moment. Worked out of it. McCarthy also. And I think Darling's got an over-the-shoulder free kick and has. He'll go wide and spread at this very wide ground. Perfect disposal. And plays on. Spadara out there. Can't stop him playing on. Magnificent delivery to Webber, who's got Barkley for company. I reckon Barkley's been on a football field before, Rick. Just shows me that he knows what he's doing. Webber being held up. He must be called to play on shortly. And hits his man Peak. And feigns a handball, doesn't give it. Goes down the spine. And good intercept mark there from McPherson in front of Hopper. Looks to go square. Shanks the kick.
Could work out.
It could. Does. Over there, Sheehan. Goes at 45 degrees. It's a poor disposal. And out of there comes Ray. He's been quite good, Ray. Still very fit. Goes the left footer. Good punch from behind by Webber, the coach. Almost a free kick for holding on. Not given against Chew. Here's Fleming, who also, I suspect, has spent a lot of time on the football field. Just gets underneath that slightly. Darling in front will take a mark and or free kick.
They just camped along this centre line at the moment, Terrigal Avoca, and then it's not letting the Hunter Masters get through. They've just set up that wall, and the Masters cannot get through, especially with the breeze holding the ball up. Yep. Really struggling to get it over that middle line. Darling gets a thumping piece of that. Cosmoyer!
Lovely mark, Tim Cosmire, who I'd suggest also has played some footy. He's got a very good pair of hands. And wearing the older Terrigal jumper there, probably got the best fits him. He hasn't got the white on the back. He's got the old St Kilda colours on with black, with a white stripe and a red stripe.
Love the way he took that grab and then just held the Sharon up one hand to show the umpire he had it. Let's see if he can finish. I reckon he'll have the distance. This one could be over the top of the netting as well. Let's see how he goes. Big goal here for Terrigal. Gives some separation.
Loves it.
Lovely finish.
And that's Tim Cosmire's first. Terrigal Avoca now up by 22 points. Terrigal Avoca 4-6-30. Hunter Masters 1-2-8. Sound we might have a bit of a conversation corner at half time unless you've got other duties on. You get
No,
a chance
absolutely
to
not. Always look forward to conversation corner when I jump on.
Bit hard to have conversation corner yesterday. Actually, got Joey O'Brien on the air yesterday.
Oh, very
he was
good.
up there doing some
Was he?
umpiring, mentoring in a sling with an AC joint. He slipped in the first 10 seconds of Drummoyne, slipped under his feet, fell on his AC, grade 1 AC strain in a sling. 10 seconds. I said, did you get hit by a big hulky ruckman? He said, no, David, I didn't.
We'll put that in the next feature article on Joey.
It was great, and I also spoke at length with Kevin Grease and Maitland as well on here. It was great. Catch up with Kev. Peak. Off here to Hopper. They're looking dangerous again. Mayall's going to come from the side. Here's Mayall now. Can he get enough purchase to kick the goal? He can't. Cosmire! Touched. It keeps it in brilliantly. Got to get a handball off Cosmire. Does. Got to go over the shoulder. Kicks another one, does Hopper. Terrigal Avoca absolutely on fire. Terrigal Avoca 5-6-36, getting towards the end of the second quarter. Hunter Masters 1-2-8, and this is a turn-up for the book, Sam Zickman.
It absolutely is. They're going to have to stop the rot here because the wind is blowing and Terrigal Avoca are making the most of it. Hunter Masters need to lock down. They need to get through till half-time. They need to reassess. They need to come out all guns blazing in the third quarter. But you can see just the confidence of the Terrigal Avoca forward line. Hopper just bangs another one through. They're right on top here.
They can't stop Cosmire
No.
at the moment.
No, he's a big presence down there. They're worried about him.
Darling again with the tap out. Spencer gets brilliantly tackled. Might have been holding on for too long. The great man, the icon, gets a kick. Donnie Spencer played first grade yesterday for Nelson Bay in their win over Maitland. Did the great man. And a mark. Good grab out here, right out wide. Comes inboard. Again, Terrigal Avoca have got this wall that Sam Zickman was referring to. A bit like watching them in first and in their plate side, actually. Fleming might get a 1-2 here. Does. The full of run Fleming, very fit. Puts it up to the hot danger area. No one at the back. Darling roving for a 6'5", 6'6" rover. Taking his time. He's got no options. Might have to take a bounce. Doesn't. Gets a decent piece of that with that breeze. Spencer almost picks it up, falls over. Terrigal Avoca keep it in. Oh, lovely right left foot step from McCarthy behind the tent. Comes off with the soccer tactics. In there's Taylor at 37. Good tackle. Umpire says my footy.
Lost possession of that. Otherwise he might have been in trouble.
Correct.
Masters need to pick the ball up. They're a few goals behind. Need to take some risks, pick up the footy.
Oh, Academy Award, but the push in the back was there.
Shearer's off.
That's immediate, but he's caught him back. No advantage paid to Deed, who's been in the top 6 for Hunter. Done some good things, Deed. Down the line. Oh, almost a brilliant one-handed Georgiou. Off here to Hopper in 8. Kicked a goal earlier this quarter. Gets a decent bit of that with that breeze. Goolagong loitering with intent at the back. Oh, lovely step. Really clever there from Emmett. Coming late was Chu. And a free kick against Gibson to Chu. He's been quite solid, number 84. Goes short. Perfect delivery. Over there to Grenzel. Goes at 45. Again, perfect delivery. Gee, the skill level's high. Peak. Steps inside. Now, that's a push out in the back over here. There was a shepherd given. Yep. However, Hope was pushed dead set in the back. So, great work from the umpire there.
Wasn't required. Could have let him go.
Could have.
Didn't need to do it. Let off.
Slices the kick to our left. Fleming under enormous pressure from the mysterious number 33 who's on our sheets. Out of bounds. Colin Goodenough will take this ball. Around or about 2 minutes left in the quarter. Terrigal and Avoca have kicked the only 4 goals this quarter, so they've had a great session. Wonder if their fitness can hold up in the last 2 quarters. Fleming. Gibson in 58. Oh, well intercepted. And over there, Ray intercepted. He's been quite good, Ray. Sorry, Sam.
No, just a bit of a head clash there. 2 Terrigal Avoca players came together. It's the mystery man, number 33. He's come off the worst for wear, but he's still up and about.
In there's Redden. Fleming, one of the best on the ground for the Hunter. Past Georgiou. Now Georgiou gets a chance to pick it up. Goes to the socket, left-footed. Comes back at it. Spencer in and under, as he always is, Donny. The umpire says, I'll have that, thank you. 28 points the difference. Deep into the second quarter here at Pasterfield. Social Grand Final on Bar TV. Kendall Clausen, Sam Zickman and David Redden with you. Well rucked there by Marsh. They do look better with Marsh on the ball. Anderson, thumping left foot kick. Gee, there's a size mismatch for you. Can he get a kick? 2 words! Should be. He's going to kick it off the ground. Oh, he hasn't. That's extraordinary how that didn't go through for a goal. And French, unfortunately, just missing it there, number 4. So, behind there, Terrigal Avoca 139. And Hunter Masters Terrigal Avoca 5-6. And Hunter Masters 1-3. Has a bounce due. Second bounce. It's got some space. Might need a third. Has a third. French chases all the way down. Lovely delivery. That's actually a mark. Well done, Terrigal Avoca. Has a look. Comes square and short. Dangerous. Almost a free kick against Ray. Oh, goes in hard, as you do in football, turning your body sideways to avoid head contact. In here's Gibson putting a big tackle on with Sproul. He might be in trouble. And yeah, he was in trouble. That's a good decision. Sproul's kick right in the centre on the cricket block. Goes to his left. He's a lovely left foot kick, actually. Oh, they interfere with each other. Remarkable. Chew, got to get rid of it. I like Peace Game. He's clearly a good player. I reckon he's around the footy field as well. Over there is Sheen at 23. Maley works hard. In there is Webber, still supremely fit. Lovely sweepy handball. Out there to Grentel. Chance in the forward line. If they can get it to Gooley, he'll kick another one. Too strong, Morris. Gets a kick and misses. Out of bounds. Oh, it's a behind give it, is it? I thought they went out of bounds of the full. Terrigal Avoca 5-7-37. Hunter Masters 1-3-9. And that is half time. So what a quarter from Terrigal Avoca. They've kicked 4 goals. They lead by 28 points. Sam and I will be back in a couple of minutes for Conversation Corner.
You'll like the footy record notes this week. I've had a crack at Lachlan Deverill.
Have you?
I've caught him Lachlan, Jeff Horn, Deverill.
When do we need one?
Are we allowed to discuss final things at all? Oh, grand final.
Grand final. Yes. Yes, I'm going to use it for the presentation. That's all right. By the time you pack it everything, I'll have that. Yeah.
Hello, Miss Francis. Well, have you got something warmer?
Over to the power shorts. No,
I like the jumper.
hang them up.
I like the jumper. Our boys got home by 1 point Adelaide over last night.
I did, I saw that. I spent the last quarter under the blanket.
I was disappointed. I'm an early. I go to bed early. The Tour de France is supposed to start up past 8. And they shortened the thing because of landslides. They put it back to past 10. The 59 kilometres. Yeah, it's supposed to be 189 kilometres. And because of where they were going out landslides, everything, they put it 59.
Here's a good chat. Robinson called format. Good chat format.
Grand final, extra time, the timings of timing of the games, given that there might be a slight alteration for extra time?
Most likely be
9:30, 11:45 too.
maybe 2:10.
Extra time in all finals. Then sudden death. After 5 minutes. Well, 5 minutes each way. Do they toss? But do they toss?
If they're tight, no, they just, I think they
Stay.
go the same way.
Yes, that's a short one. Okay. I reckon we'll go back and get straight. With a 10-minute half time, it's a bit short.
Back to Conversation Corner. I didn't get a chance to do it. You start to be hard to talk on your own, and I needed to give the old tonsils a rest. It was a lot of fun actually going solo for 2 games yesterday, but I do appreciate having someone with me today, and it makes a big difference. Sam, again, great to have you here for Conversation Corner. We're going to talk finals format in the AFLHCC. So we have finals, first of all, semi-final weekend, 24 August, both sets of semi-finals on the Saturday. Can you run us through the format, about extra time, and the timings of the game, please?
Of course. So the final system for all 3 grades will be the same. So top 6 format. We were playing around with a top 8 methodology for the women's earlier. Obviously, once we drop back to 15 teams, we've gone to 6 for all. So what that'll mean is that the teams that are placed first and second in all the competitions will earn themselves a week off.
Yep.
They'll take a break on the 24th of August on the Saturday. They can rest up and get ready for a big prelim final day. And what you'll have is 3rd versus 6th and 4th versus 5th. So winner goes through, losers eliminated. The 2 winners of those games will progress through to the prelims. Now, once we get to the prelims, it's worked on a rankings basis. So the team that's finished first, they'll play against the lowest ranking team that gets through.
So, as an example to our viewers, just say that Terrigal Avoca, who will look like he finished first in the plate, when they go to their prelim final, if the 3rd and 4th place teams win in the semi-finals, Terrigal Avoca would play the 4th place finisher.
Correct.
But if the 5th and 6th place teams win and upset the others, then they would play the 6th place team, and the 2nd place team plays the higher qualifier. If I'm reading you right.
Yep.
Looking at a 9:30, 11:45, 2:10 starts for games, just to accommodate for extra time, which is 5 minutes each way. Is that right, Sam?
That's right. If we do get a drawn final at the end of full time, we'll go 5 minutes each way, and hopefully we'll be able to split them after that. But I tell you what, I'm really excited, David. We're 3 rounds to go, and we're going to be into finals footy. 24th of August. And then obviously the 1st of September, again, prelim finals will both be on Saturday. So no Sunday finals this year.
31st of August.
31st of August. Sorry, I was thinking junior grand final day the day after.
Day after.
August the 31st on the Saturday, both prelim finals. So all Saturday finals this year, which I know teams appear to be very happy with, and 7-day breaks for all. So we think that evens the competition out,
Yep.
gives everyone an equal opportunity to play and progress.
Okay, so that's the setup. So at the moment, the top 6s are almost done.
They are.
That the
Correct,
women's
yeah.
are. The plate's almost done.
Cup's
and the
done.
cup's pretty much done. It's pretty much the top 6s that are there now. And if you look at the way the league is, Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City are pretty much guaranteed prelim finals in both the plate and the cup. Killarney Vale are basically guaranteed a prelim final in the women's. It's the 2nd prelim final that's interesting, and Maitland play Killarney Vale in the last round, and Wyong Lakes are starting to build up some big percentage behind them. So that's the only thing that's going to change. But from the way I read it, Terrigal, Avoca and Newcastle City will be playing in prelims in both men's grades with a week off.
Correct, that's right. They'll both be there. It's going to make a big day for those 2 clubs. And look, they've been a juggernaut for a number of years. But the women's competition, like you say, that's an interesting competition. Some teams rounding some excellent form. You just can't discount many teams in that top 6. Wyong Lakes, Terrigal, Newcastle City, Maitland, obviously Killarney Vale, they're a powerhouse at the moment. You just cannot discount them in any week. Anyone can win those games of footy. That final round showdown, that'll be an interesting matchup with KV and Maitland in the final round. Interesting to see going into finals. Tough matchup.
Now, okay, so that, and then on the grand final day, same sort of setup. All the winners of the prelim finals come into the grand final. Again, extra time, and the grand final, which we do know the venue, Newcastle #1 Sports Ground in West Newcastle, where we were yesterday, and they've had the covers on the deck there, and it's just a little bit green and tacky. And it was, if you look out here, that's harder than a cat's head out there.
Yeah.
You've got a roller out now, you'd be able to. Lucas Holmes will be salivating. Bring me on, David. Bring me on. So
Right arm quick, Lucas Holmes.
Right arm, medium pace.
Medium pace.
Can be sharp.
Yep.
Can be sharp.
Bowls all right.
I reckon
Mitchell.
he'd get a bit of bounce.
Yeah, and can play. Goes all right, our Louis.
No, we're missing him today, and obviously you would have missed him yesterday, David. Lucas, hope you're having a nice day today, mate. We're looking forward to hearing you back on the coverage next weekend.
Which is a triple header on Bar TV. We've Warners Bay's taken the option of having the plate done. So all three grades, 10, 12 and 2. The plate at 10. Cardiff and Warners Bay, no love lost there. On to Singleton and Warners Bay in the women's. And then Terrigal, Avoca and Warners Bay in the Black Diamond Cup. All live on Bar TV.
Are you ready to go for all three, David?
Of course I am.
Absolutely.
And then the week after is the schedule is Nelson Bay and Singleton for the penultimate round of the season. And the last game of the season sees two teams who will be in the finals, Singleton and Newcastle City. And that'll be an ideal preparation for Singleton because they don't get much tougher than City. What will be interesting is that City are going to get a week off the week after. So I would suggest they want to be at full strength. Cam Keith didn't play yesterday with an injury. Anthony Baker had work commitments, didn't play either. And it makes it very ominous. Cardiff struggled. As soon as Marcus Delure went out of the game with concussion, they really struggled. They were in it up until half time.
I tell you what, Singleton, I know that Warners Bay got over the top, so those teams that have that first week, the third and fourth place teams, they'll be red-hot contests. Warners Bay and Singleton, they'll both back themselves in. I tell you what, if they get through to a prelim, it could be very, very interesting.
All four of those sides who are in the bottom part of the six in the Black Diamond Cup will not have too much fear about playing the other. I honestly don't think. I know for a fact that Singleton feel that they can get Kalani Vale. They've just beaten Cardiff, and Singleton were very, perhaps a touch unlucky yesterday, although Warners Bay's diabolical kick and kept that game closer. But Singleton, a much different team at home. They've been on a very good run of late. They've got catapulted themselves into the six, where the start of the season was it could almost be termed diabolical.
As we've mentioned before, Singleton's best couple of players. They're the best in the comp. So they're on any given day.
Didn't play yesterday.
Oh, well, there you go, and they've only just been knocked off. So you put him back in.
Thank you, Sam, for Conversation Corner. Great to talk with you. So we've got AFLHCC finals starting on the 24th of August and all the way through the season with grand finals on Saturday, September 7. Waiting for the umpires to come out. One thing we can't do without is umpires. How are the doggies going over here? And that game's finished. So they've... looks like that game's close to being final there. Western Bulldogs 113 for a man on 66. That's a nice old touch-up. And Sydney and Geelong have just started there at the magnificent Sydney Cricket Ground. Yeah, these scores are not saying along. So 14 points to Swans up, is that right? Thank you. Thank you to Michael Gray, Football Operations Manager for the AFLHCC. And recently invested as a life member of the Cardiff Football Club. So from all of us, congratulations. It's very well deserved. I know you're very proud of that, and should make you very pleased. Rock and roll time here, second half of the grand final. What can the Masters do? They've got to come from a long way behind. Away we go. Darling gets it out in front of Marsh. Over there's McCarthy, just in front of Sprout, just gets a kick. Good tackle, Sprout. Should be a mark. Oh, yeah, just it went 15. And over here, this is Emmett, who marked that in front of Donnie Spencer. Emmett goes long, straight down the spine. Darling comes with a punch. Georgiou at the back. Through that, I thought. Darling out the back. McCarthy sitting at quarterback. Gets a left foot to it. Oh, good grab. Grenzel. Gee, there's blokes out here that have played some serious football, I tell you. They've still got good hands. The body might be a bit slow and the legs might be a bit slow, but they're still thinking. Goes short. To Joe No One in particular. Picked up by Elzinger. Dumps it back from whence it came. Georgiou gets a punch to it. Does well. And in front of Dean. Gibson, that's the other ruckman, Gibson. Grenzel. This time his delivery should be better. Ease and finds Ray. And away Ray goes down this wing. Goes to the left-hand handball inside. Out there from Chew. Ray's on his non-natural side. Goes with a short left foot. And misses Justin Mail down there in the forward line. Minute and a quarter gone. Terrigal Avoca up by 28 points here in the grand final. Magnificent. It is quite cool out of the sun here, but it's a glorious July day. People in southern New South Wales and Victoria watching football think we're blessed. We actually are with our weather. The rain is coming though this week, which all of our grounds need. This one, like a lot of those, I know Fane Oval's hard as a rock.
So are we looking forward to a good drop of rain? Tip for about an inch of rain this week, which will make a big difference. And over the shoulder given there to Holness. Gets the football back. Darling on his right. Goes to the three-quarter wedge. Chops it up to Dean. Should be a mark. Third go. That's a very good contested mark in front of Bennett. Double-handed drop. Got Gibson on his own. Georgiou not making attempt at the football. Oh, sells the candy. Finish it. Out of bounds on the full. Anderson, I beg your pardon. Not Gibson. Anderson. No, I was right in the first place. It was Gibson. Gibson not kicking that overly well. Player in the mark's got to come back in line with the back of the goal square. Hoppers. No, it's not. Is it Georgiou or Hopper? Hopper's going to take this one. Goes down the wing. Darling can't quite get to the crash, but roves it well. Thumps the ball forward. Rather indiscriminately, Fleming. Out here with McCartney in 36. Hands come out. Emmett. Oh, over the shoulder. Must be a free kick. McCarthy sold that brilliantly. Onto his left. Two-handed drop. Oh, that's completely interference, and Ray gets a free kick. Dean making no attempt at the footballer whatsoever. 3.25 minutes gone. Same scoreline. Terrigal by 28. Ray. Little short dinky kick. Finds his man. Over there in Taylor. Goes wide. Should be a chest mark, and is. Easy to James. Goolagong. He could lead to his natural left here, Gooley, if he wanted to. Morris is going to stay back. Coming into this contest is Morris Goolagong. Can't quite get there. Good tackle from Peake. Out there from Redden. Gone! Great tackle. McCartney in 36. Now he's going to take this from about 40 metres out. He's got a chance. It is a difficult kick in this breeze. He has to kick the ball to the right goalpost and let the breeze work it back. Lovely view on Kendall's camera here. McCartney. Don't think that's going to get the distance. It won't. Hosmeyer bumped out of it cleverly. Sproul. Chance to break here. Darling's got to get a stoppage. He must get a stoppage. Can't. Worked off it by Marsh brilliantly. In comes the cavalry. McCarthy. Lovely step. Off a 2-foot step, if you don't mind. Peake. Brown sells to Candy brilliantly. McCarthy. Wobbly old kick. Touch ball's called. Well done, Dean, who's gone back. Darling in front. Can't take the mark in front of Marsh. Brown out to Peake. Handball. Wide here, Grentel. This call is kick it. Grentel a chance from 40. Cosmeyer's got the sit again. And goes square. Most unselfish to Grentel. Welcome back, Sam Zickman.
Peake's having a blinder today. He's here. He's charging off the ground too. He's a handy player. You're right, David. He's definitely played some footy.
Oh, yeah. So Grentel's got this dead set smack in front, 25, 30 metres out. Really, at this distance, the breeze shouldn't be too much a worry. Grentel, he's pulled that left badly. Terrigal Avoca, 5'8", 38. Hunter Masters, 139.
Cosmo might have held on to that now. Now he's seen his mate miss. He might have wished he could have it back.
Out there from Anderson. Almost play on against McPherson. Terrible kick. McCartney trying to put a tackle on. Does. McPherson this time gets a kick to it. Fleming. Lovely right foot disposal. Almost a falcon there. Can the Masters do something up forward? Not this time. Chew. Out there to Georgiou. Brown. Marsh. Handball. Dean. They're under so much pressure. Went for an area and missed it, like Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. There's a free kick back here.
Holding.
Thank you. Being paid to the Masters, I reckon.
He played for it a little bit, but it's hard to tell. He was either playing for it or he's literally being held onto long after the ball went. It was really hard to tell. Umpire's got the best view in the house and he's binged him.
He has. Straight down the line. That's a free kick for the man in front, I reckon.
Tell you what, the umpiring's been fantastic today, David. They've really been right on top of it.
Agreed.
Today, which has been great to see.
Short ball to Chew, who's got a lot of touches, Chew, as the game's gone along. Goes wide, perfect delivery to Weber, who's just led a merry dance out here in the wing. A bit like Liam Dwyer yesterday, who was magnificent for Newcastle City in picking up the Subway Morissette man of the match, Sam Zinkman.
Got to have that Subway Morissette. Wonderful sponsors of AFLHCC.
Indeed. And Caitlin Holcomb having a day out for Newcastle City yesterday, and she won the women's Subway Morissette as well. Holness goes the barrel. Durbridge pulled one off yesterday that went 80 metres. It was an extraordinary. Borg on his hands and knees. McCarthy, left footer again. Oh, almost in front. A good mark there to Kemp, not paid. Donnie Spencer in it under, misses it really. Good tackle, Spencer. Falls off it eventually. Holness. Weber taps it, nutmegs Sheehan. Out here towards Hope. Good contest. Ray's in there, so's Weber. Run him around, here he goes. McCarthy will want his left side. Just gets it. Clever kick to Grindle, actually.
Space.
Grindle's a lovely technical kick. Goolagong at the back. Sitting at the back a bit too much there, Murray. Oh, good tackle. Goolagong over the shoulder. I think that's a free kick for holding the ball and is a kick to the Masters. I don't think that's a score. Or is it being called a behind? It has been called a behind over on the right. Terrigal Avoca 5-9-39. Hunter Masters 1-3-9. I thought play had stopped and it was a free kick. I do beg your pardon, everybody. No one really moving. The Masters are really finding it hard to get forward here. Chew's got the sit on his own and can play on if he wanted to. He does. Ordinary kick. You've got a good look at this shot at goal. Off to the right and out of bounds on the full, in fact, from Hopper.
That's just gonna really peg him in, though. You're right. The Masters are just not moving at the moment. Not a lot of movement out of this back line, so they're just stuck. They just can't get it past the D50 at the moment.
Justin Mayle, who I was talking about earlier on, his family come from the same part of the world as the Goolongos, Morris Goolong, Yvonne, and tennis player at Barellan. Shanked that left. Does he score this time? He doesn't. And away they go. He's got to play on and take the risk. That's over there is Wells, big burly unit. Fleming in front of Cosmire. Cosmire will look for a handball here. No, steps Redden. Goes square. He's got good vision, hasn't he, Cosmire? He really looks sideways and lowers the eyes. Grentel is having an absolute picnic this quarter, but Sproul picks him off.
Oh,
he ran over the mark. That is not 50 metres. He ran over the mark and ran in. Oh, give me a break. He was standing 3 metres behind the mark, and he's entitled to hold his ground.
Do I dare say veteran move?
Veteran move. Academy Award.
Anyway, he's marching the full 50. Let's see what the Masters can do.
The umpiring's been good today. They've been consistent. That's the first 50 today. He ran over the
he
mark.
Could have pinned him another 50.
Exactly. Good mark,
okay,
Marsh. Too big for Grentel. So
the breeze has just dropped in the last couple of minutes, so
it's almost imperceptible now, isn't it?
Yeah, not sure whether he's going to have the leg from out there, but we'll see how he goes. He's certainly going back like he's confident.
Marsh.
This is a big kick for the Hunter Masters.
It's huge, Sam. Must kick the goal from 40. Got a good bit of it.
That's straight through. Absolutely brilliant
That's a
finish.
lovely kick from Marsh.
Well done, Marsh. They've got your team back into it now.
Read the score for us, please.
So currently Terrigal Avoca 5 goals, 9-39. Handy 24-point leaders over the Hunter Masters 2-3-15. But with the last goal on the board for Marsh, the Masters, they just might feel that they can get a couple more before three-quarter time. They are a slight chance here today. So we'll see how they go. Important clearance.
Must do you the world of the AFL, the world of good to see people playing football at this Masters age. It's been a good competition. It's good to see the AFL behind it so well, Sam.
Yeah, it's a great competition. Great to see everyone loving their footy.
Fleming. Oh, that's got to be a free kick. Yeah, and that was actually a bit crude from Ray.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit frustrated from the last play he was involved in. But this is an important couple of minutes here. Just a little bit of momentum.
They're telling Fleming, yeah, Hope's over here. He's instead gone the barrel and kicked it like a helicopter. Hope was over here. He's still on his own at half forward flank down here on our left. McCarthy, that two-handed drop. Weber at the back, and there's Hope now, drops the sitter. At the back is Fleming, who seems to be the designated kicker. Hope, excellent tackle, superb. Tapped along, Borg, Out here is Chew. Got to get rid of that or else he's gone. Out here to Borg again. Goes down the wing. Perfect. Oh, wasn't that perfect delivery. Weber again just camped here on the right wing and they can't match him up. Grentel is almost the best player on the ground in the third quarter. In fact, he is the best player on the ground. Perfect delivery.
Here's this man Peak again.
I suggest he might have played a lot of football on the ball, Sam, in his career. Wide for Kosmeyer. Went too early. Interesting right-handed handball. Brown.
Fleming's coming very hard there. That's got to be a free kick against Fleming. He's just come in. And
Yeah, Fleming's still on tilt after being bundled over here by Ray. Let's just hope Kosmeyer's all right. I didn't see it. I was completely obscured, Sam.
He came in and hit him hard. I won't say there was...
He's groggy. They've got to get him off.
Yeah, it could be concussion.
Yeah, he's really shown that he's got to go. Get him off, guys. Chris Aitken there. And Brown will take the free kick.
I think Fleming might have to come off with a blood rule as well. Yeah, he's off as well, but it looks like that's a knee. I'm not sure where that was the offending part of the body.
So Chris Aitken is with Kosmeyer, and Kosmeyer's going to come off. He might not play much more today. Chris Aitken should stay with him. He is wobbly as at the moment. I'd be holding on to him. Interfere with one another. Now, what's that whistle for?
Free kick, Terrigal.
Who to?
I think it's... Not sure, David. Not sure who's received that, but it's a
Is it
push
Justin
out.
Mayle?
It could be.
Umpires, he's going to come way around on his angle.
He's down.
No, it's not. It's Michael Kosmeyer, brother of Tim, who's coming off now and in a bad way. So, judging by his kicking earlier, this will be a tough kick. He's actually in a difficult way. He's not good at all, Kosmeyer. Shanked by Michael Kosmeyer. And over here, yeah, he's not well at all. And let's just hope he's all right. He's really struggling with concussion down here. Might be some more medical attention needed at some stage. Let's just hope he's all right. Play continuing at the moment. It should be nil by mouth if he's that bad. 25 points is the difference. Gibson gets it along the line. And that actually might be out of bounds at the full. Just waiting to see what umpire Goodenough says. I reckon he may be saying that's a throw-in. And Kosmeyer's really struggling underneath us. Yeah, and Sam's telling me quietly he's not in good shape at all. He's lying on the ground. Let's just hope he's going to get some medical care quickly. There are people around him taking care. Tap out coming here. Hunter Masters thumping that ball forward. And it will go out of bounds with the slight breeze that's there over in that right forward pocket in front of Donnie Spencer. Just a couple of minutes, about 2.25 minutes left in this quarter, the third. Terrigal Avoca maintaining parity. The steam's gone out of the game a bit with this serious injury. You can just feel the game's lost a bit at the moment. I just hope it gets back into some good footy. Ball goes forward. Kosmeyer thumps that ball forward. Should be open pasture up here. Where are the forwards for Terrigal? There's one. That's James. Mayle with a right-hand handball. Brown chasing. Redden gets the arms free. Great tackle, Brown. Mayle picks it up now. Tries to fend four of them. Should be a free kick against him. It is for a throw. Advantage not called. Out here is Gibson. No, that might have been Gibson in 56 that time. Hope. Some concern still here for Tim Kosmeyer. We'll get back to you at three-quarter time about that. Over there's Shearer. Marsh is up forward, kicked a brilliant goal earlier this quarter. Too far out this time. Georgia, that's a throw. That is a blatant throw, but away we go. 54 is Elzinga! Just pulls out to the left. Hunter Masters 2-4-16, Terrigal Avoca 5-10-40. 16 minutes gone in the quarter. 24 points the difference now. 4 straight goals.
They can ping one more back. They'll give themselves a slight chance here, Hunter Masters, but they really need to kick one more before the break.
Oh, takes the mark, does Gibson in 58. Judging by his early kicking, it's a bit too far for him at the way he's kicking him today. Just thumps it up to the hot spot. All Terrigal Avoca. Borg, who's done very well in the deepest part of defence. Man on the mark's got to come back to the back of the square.
Not a lot of that going on at the moment.
That is the rule.
Yep, that is the rule.
Sam Zickman sent me the specialist rules, which I did have a look at for this competition. I had a good look at those. The one I can remember the most is that you don't get prior opportunity in the ruck. If you take them all out of it, there's a right cross with that one, so it's like the old rule in the ruck.
That's right. There's a few different rule variations for the social competition. That's obviously one of them.
No 666
no
either.
666.
Superb tackle, Brown. Brilliant. He's a serious tackler, this bloke. It should be Brown's free kick and umpires onto it. Well done, umpire. I agree with Sam. The umpiring's been good today.
They've maintained control. They've had a couple of interesting calls, but for the most part, they've been absolutely on top of it. Credit to both of the field umpires out today, both club umpires on the field and AFLHCC league-appointed goal and boundary umpires today.
Shane Lowndes, one of the goal umpires, along with the Bonhams. Colin Goodnutt's one of the boundary umpires today. Oh, well done. Breaks 3 tackles. Oh, that really strong from Taylor. Onto his left. Brilliant football, Taylor. The mysterious number 33's out there on Shearer. Runs away from no one, really. Goes right. Poor kick. Throw. Yeah, they knew exactly. Everybody knew that was Shearer. And picked off there by Georgiou in 25. And that is 3/4 time. Terrigal Avoca 5:10:40. And Hunter Masters 2:4:16, and there'll be some checking done right now on Cosmire just to make sure that he's okay. Back with you shortly.
Let's go down to him just for quick photos. I'll just come there's an ambulance being called.
Welcome back to Pasterfield Complex. Kendall's just going to focus down on Tim Cosmire for us. Quite a bit of concern. Lauren Francis on the right there, the AFLHCC Community Football Coordinator. Tim Cosmire, ambulance on his way for Tim. He's not in a good way. He's got quite a significant concussion. So let's just hope he's okay. He really is struggling. And you can see they're helping him up. He's not in a good state at the moment. We just hope that he's going to be okay. But, we all really hope and pray that he's going to be all right. Back to the football here. Final quarter of the grand final. Terrigal Avoca kicking with a slight breeze, up by 4 goals. Rock and roll time. And we're away. Darling, Grentel, 2 of the best players on the ground. Emmett dragged out of it. Oh, that's okay. It seems to be the way they're going with I wasn't sure that was necessarily a sling tackle. You are allowed to tackle someone by ground and by the jumper. It's that second action. I thought that was one action. A pretty famous case where Patrick Dangerfield got suspended, I think, last year, the year before, where he had 2 actions, and that was fair. Thought that was one. That's a great tackle, and gone. Superb tackle out there by the mysterious number 33. Goes wide. Chew, he's run amok at half back. Delivers that one out to Weber, who's also had a big day out on the right wing. Stayed out on that side of the ground all day. And of course, next week on Bar TV on Saturday, 3 games of football at Fane Oval. Warners Bay hosting Cardiff, Singleton, and then Terrigal Avoca in the Black Diamond Cup. A good day at Fane there. Old Boys Day at Fane Oval. Remarkably, there's at least 3 guys, one of whom is John Deverell, played in all 6 of Warners Bay's first grade flags. Unbelievable record. And they'll all be there and enjoying the last home game of the season for the Warners Bay Footy Club. And we finish off the season at Nelson Bay and then Singleton. So we do some kilometres in the next few weeks. So Fane Oval next week, then off to Nelson and then up to Singleton for the last round. Darling gets the tap out, held in, no Pryor, tackled by one arm. Umpire says that'll be mine, thanks. Darling and Marsh. Darling over the top. They all go hard at it. Borg's in there. He's been quite solid today, Borg. Emmett, who's also been solid for the Masters. Chew spins out of trouble, beats Dean. Goes to the short right. Oh, he's done a leg. Oh, that's bad. He's done a calf muscle, I reckon. Let's just hope it's not a knee. He went straight down like he'd been shot. And from personal experience, that is not fun. Out here to Shearer. Yeah, it's a calf muscle. To Taylor. He won't take any further part today, I'd suggest. Dean, and they're free here. Sproul, who's a good user. Left-footed. Commentator's Moz. Picked off beautifully there by Goldsworthy. Gets one of his first touches today. Goes wide. Out there towards Ray. Again goes wide. Peake, who's just been superb today. He's got a paddock. He really has got time. They're all telling him he's got time as well. Poor delivery, really. Emmett. Chance to put the Masters into the attacking zone. Again, poor hands letting him down. Emmett does get the ball inside 50, just. Over there is Marsh. Over there is Ray. And then 13, who I don't have on my sheet. I do apologise for this. Out the back, Peake again. Very quick handball. Hospital hand pass, really, for Hopper. Emmett, that should be gone. And it's called no Pryor. They're calling for the goal square. Sproul's on his own at full forward for the Masters. Darling wins the ruck contest and kicks it forward. Borg's gone forward with Cosmire on the off with a concussion. Chew goes wide. He's been excellent today, Chew. Out here to James. Short ball from James, just a touch too short. In comes Shearer. Cutting in and across half back. Sells to Candy. Hits it off the side of the instep. Redden, Dean and James. Redden and James go to ground. Dean in there, umpire says my footy. Terrigal Avoca's eventually manned up over there on the back line, and it's got one-on-one contest now all across through the back six. Taylor's done a left calf by the look of it. Ray wins the ruck contest to Grentel. Rides the bump from Fleming, gets a handball out. Away goes Shearer, starting to have some influence. Shearer in the second half, left-footed, lovely delivery. Masters just sitting on the edge. If they can get a quick goal, they can't. Ray, and should be play on if he goes. No, he stopped. He's deliberately stopped. That's his option. Back the ball comes to Ray. 5 minutes gone in the final quarter. I do beg your pardon there. Been a long weekend. Grentel. Good user. He's a lovely kick of the football. His technique's superb. Out there, no, it's Mail actually. Just the Mail handballs the ball forward. Shepherded out of it. There's a good tackle. And Will should be paid. Mail wasn't the first person, but he's going to get the kick. Well done, Mail and James. Mail goes laterally. Oh, that's a good tackle on McCartney. He's got to get rid of it. He's thrown that. Shearer. Can Mail put another tackle on? He can't quite get there. Oh, that's a good tackle, though. In there goes Bennett. Dumps it forward. That might go out of bounds in the full, however, near the side screen, and does. Goes down into the Chavez ravine at the back there. 5 3/4 minutes gone. Cosmo sitting in here with a jacket on and what looks like ice on the right side of his head. Waiting for medical attention. Kick down the line. Good mark, Bennett. Not paid. It was touched clearly. And will be a ball up. 6 minutes gone, final quarter. Marsh in there with Mail. You'd reckon Marsh would be too big, and he was. Lots of chases here. In there was McPherson. In comes Bennett again. Sorry, that's McCartney this time. Something behind play that I didn't see. Umpire's blown a whistle. And there's been some undisciplined stuff behind play. And I'm wondering if McPherson's just been sent. He has. So McPherson's got a 10-minute in the bin. Andrew McPherson, number 47, for an incident behind play. It will be a free kick to Terrigal Avoca. And McPherson's gone for the majority of this game because there's only about 11 minutes left. Ray, it's Mail. Is it Mail going to take the kick? Justin Mail, is it? No, it's not. It's McCartney in 11. McCarthy, sorry. I think there's a McCarthy and a McCartney. Squares it. Donnie Spencer's all under this one. Misses the mark. That's a throw. Good decision, umpire. They really have been good today. They're very happy with the stand of umpiring. Fleming involved in the Cosmire incident. Shearer. Here we go behind play. It's Fleming and Mail. Mail not pleased with Fleming's treatment of Cosmire earlier. Play continues. Trust me, Justin Mail can handle himself. Dean. Be careful. Elzinger. Oh, sells the candy. Lovely work, Elzinger, but worked out right at the back. Oh, touch, was it? Must have been called touched. Brown. Gibson gets the handball away. Surprised me. McCarthy gets that one out. Out here to Ray. Got a Paddock, and he's got time. Should be a free kick. Not that one was missed. In comes Barkley. Shearer. Fleming. All Terrigal Avoca. 3 of them contest against each other. In comes Gibson from the side, and in and under is Elzinger. Remarkable to see 3 players on the one side and the only 3 players in a pack. Is that a free kick, is it? It is to Georgiou. Chew's got Fleming for company. Fleming whacks the knee in and dumps it out legally.
It's getting a bit willing out there now, David.
Very willing.
A few bodies being thrown around. Update, ambulance is on the way.
Cool.
En route to Pasterfield as we speak.
Sydney are up by, it's dead level at the SCG, 41 points apiece. Sydney and Geelong. Sproul misses it. Gibson, right-hand handball to Spencer. Accurate handball to Fleming from Spencer. Fleming gets it out. And a mark. No, it's not far enough, probably. McCarthy kicks it out. Barkley. I've just realised that Fleming's replacing Nelson May. Just twigged in after 4 quarters. Good, no, not paid. Just didn't hold on to it. Grental thumps it. Clears the area completely. Push out there. Very clever from James. Just a bit slow in turning around. Worked out of it by Wells. Chew. Wamboozles everyone. Grental. Remarkably, Terrigal Avoca has not kicked a goal this half. Darling, running alone and unattended, goes over to the right and attacking side. Webber's got a chance. Well worked out. That G. Gibson did well there. Off his left, finds Redden. Goes around the corner. That's Douglas in the second headband. Borrowed that one from Bruce Springsteen as well by the look of it. 13 is Holness. Brown. Chased. Gets rid of it. Love his haircut. Darling at the back. Well done, Redden. Redden's a smart footballer. Ray, he's been in the top 4 or 5 in the ground. Over to Grendel, who's in the top 3 on the ground. He's just had so much influence in this second half. And again, that beautiful he's an exquisite kick of the football, Sam Zickman. Watching him kick a football is just a pleasure.
Yep, he leads his teammates to the footy, puts them into space. It's what you want from a kicker. See the field.
Borg, wide, perfect delivery. And
just been a little bit too classy with the ball today, Terrigal.
Yes, they have.
He'll take his time here. He'll back himself in.
He's got 30 seconds.
Yep.
And again, judging by the home and away season, this is a big surprise, this result.
The Terrigal, obviously, they won the social competition last year. They're a good team, but when the teams met early in the season, it was Hunter Masters that came out on top. So, yeah, a little bit of a surprise.
And our score check, please, Sam.
Currently 5-11. Terrigal Avoca, as David mentioned, haven't kicked a goal in the second half versus Hunter Masters 2-4-16. So 25-point lead. They've maintained that lead for quite a while now. Hunter Masters just can't quite get inside that 4-goal margin.
Shearer, another player who's played some good footy in his time. Sproul, who's a good user of the football. Elzinga, short on the right foot. Judge coming back with the fly. That's a very good contested mark, Dean. Really good in a pack of 3 or 4 players. Second grab. He's done that a couple of times today, Dean.
It started with Shearer, and they've just transitioned the ball really well through the middle. Now leading forward, probably their best passage of play.
And Elzinga gets this one. Dean was worried about the distance. Elzinga's got this. Naked eye, Sam, 35. He'll kick from 35 or 38, I reckon.
Yep, may still challenge him. But he hit the first one well, so we'll see how he goes with this one. Distance will be the main question.
What a superb
Not a question
kick.
at all. Second goal on the board. Elzinga.
That's Elzinga's first goal since his second goal today. Hunter Masters 3-4-22. Terrigal Avoca 5-11-41.
Back to 19 points. Might be too little too late, but you never know. If the Masters can put another one on the board quickly, might start to get a little nervous at Terrigal Avoca.
They're going to rule an 11-minute patch in the second quarter where Terrigal Avoca kicked 4 goals and have pretty much set themselves up for what I think I don't think the Hunter can come back from here. There's only a couple of minutes left. And they're just not playing quick enough, fast enough football. Story into the ruck now with Marsh. Story actually hit that ball into Marsh. Oh, great tackle, Ray. He's very fit and played a very good game today. Ray got a lot of touches. Story and Marsh again. Still some feeling out there. For a social comp, it's been on all day today, especially in the second half. Tap out Marsh, Chew and Sproul. McCarthy in 11. Douglas, a little 2-metre kick. Don't have to go more than 2-metre kick, still a kick. Fleming at the back. Right-hand handball out towards... Oh, that's clever. That's a big thump, actually, from Emmett. Marsh. Should Shepherd. Oh, good mark at the back. Really clever. Not paid to push, and he's got to come back on the mark. That's actually a behind. Under the rules of football, that ball went through the post. And he
goals, has he?
Yeah, he's kicked it through the goals. That's actually behind.
Should be behind.
Yep. Chew wide to the mysterious number 33. He'll be called that for the rest of his life. Borg in and under. Borg's been very solid today.
We'll say the goal umpire be unsighted down there, David. Surely the league appointed umpire down there.
You're being very kind, Sam.
Unsighted.
You're being very kind, Sam. You and I both know that was a behind. Out there from Ray again. Been superb today. Great delivery to Mail. Hits a wooden chest. Bends over it. Can't quite bend over. He might look like it now, but he was a premium mover in his day, Justin Mail. He was a superb on ball and halfback flanker. Football for Burrell and Terrigal Avoca. And again, he went through the football factory at St Paul's Walla Walla when he was a young man. Thick as thieves, the males are down at Burrell, and there's lots of them. Cousins and all played for Burrell. Over the shoulder, not missed actually, on the few ones they have missed. Ray's asking for holding the ball. He's very lucky he didn't get over the shoulder actually. About 2.5 minutes to go here. The Masters looking like they're going to win a game of football, not kicking a goal in the second half, which is quite remarkable. Story, that should be a free kick to Marsh. Well, that's fascinating. I thought Story made no attempt at the ball at all, but Marsh has been free kicked. Too far out to score. Dumps it forward, comes off the side of the instep. McCarthy and Dean. Borg. This should be a free kick to McCarthy for over the shoulder against Dean. Again, the umpire has picked up a very good free kick. Redden has to handle that ball on the full and does. And McCarthy should go back and take his time because he's entitled to a shot from there. He can take his 30 if he wants it. Does it. Just chops it up to the hot spot. Borg in front. Misses a chest mark. Gibson. Barkley. Emmett. Donnie Spencer's got the football. Still active into his 60s. Donnie, it's great to see. Barkley. Coming straight through his Ray. Close to BAG for mine. The mysterious number 33 goes back with the handball to McCarthy. Got a lot of touches, McCarthy. And it'll be, not quite a chest mark. I thought he was going to take that easily. So did he. Gibson, Borg, almost a throw on the ground. Right-hand handball comes out. Quick kick over the shoulder. Redden's out there with Mail. Dean. Handball's backwards to Chew, actually. Good step, Chew. And what's the delivery like? It's well done, Emmett. Coming back from nowhere there, left. And again, great delivery. He's another bloke that's played some very good football in his time. Emmett, I'd suggest to you. Short ball. Finds its man. Spadaro, I think. Goes down the wing. Good kick, actually. Good grab, Marsh. Plays on as he's got to. And they're away again. Hoggenkamp steps inside. Got the cartoon arms. Sproul bumps into his own teammate. Ball comes wide from Goldsworthy. The mysterious number 33 has one. He looks like Scratch O'Neill, actually, if you remember those people from the old days. Ray. That's a not paid half-volleyed Mail. Try to claim the mark. Taps it out. Peak. Right-hand handball almost into the centre circle. Brown. Goes hard at it. Picks it up clean. Goes off with the left foot. Out to the wing. Handball. Justin Mail get the football. Kicks it forward into the 50. And there's the grand final for Terrigal. They've won it. Very composed performance. They've still kicked no goals in the second half, which is quite remarkable. Sam, thank you for commentating today, mate. I hope you enjoyed it.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me, Dave. We'll head down for the presentations.
Righto, mate. And with thanks to Sam Zickman, Michael Gray here with me, Kendall Clawson, David Redden. It's been a big weekend of calling football. Presentation's about to take place. Well done, Terrigal Avoca, on a superb performance and their second social grand final in a row. From me, David Redden, and from Kendall, Sam and Michael, we wish you a very good evening from the Pastorville Complex in Cameron Park.
Thanks for having me, Sam. I appreciate it, mate.
I can just yell out to her. I can see Sam right now. I can listen to her. Some volume to it. Okay. Well, I can pack everything else in there. Okay, cool. Nice.